Hello everyone. For this video is intended for you to give an instruction on what are you going to do with the case study and how are you going to do the presentation. Okay, as you know that we are maximizing the time. That's why even in online class, we are going to do the case study presentation. That's why I am requesting everyone to please kindly update me about your the case study topic and who are your group mates. Okay, as I had mentioned that I'm only allowing the maximum 2 members of the group for the presentation. Okay, for some inevitable situation or if other students do not have any partner. Okay, um, for some special occasion, maybe I'm going to allow the members or the groupings to present in 3 person. Okay, so let's start with the content of your case study. Your case study format is composed of 7 parts. The first one is when you do the presentation, you have to present the introduction. Okay, your introduction is composed of the objectives or rationale why you are doing this case study presentation. Secondly is you present briefly the company profile. Please give us an information that is concise and briefly that will help us remarkably know the company that you are presenting, including the logo, the mission, vision, the corporate values, and some of the products. Okay, so please summarize the company profile and also include the best practices. When I say best practices, these are the existing strategy that the company is implementing. Okay, so existing, because in the next part, okay, here you're going to conduct a pestle analysis or pestle scanning. Okay, how are you going to do that? You're going to check the advantages and disadvantages of that firm in terms of political advantage, environmental, economical, social, technological, legal, and economical, as I had mentioned. So check their position. Okay, are they have an advantage in terms of politics? Which area of politics do they receive some incentives in terms of paying taxes or in terms of community or the society? Do they have a potential buyer? Okay, a prospective buyer that will really patronize their products. Okay, and also some of the disadvantages. Okay, you are going to present also the SWOT analysis. Okay, for the PESEL that pertains to the external environment, right? And for the SWOT analysis, it will pertain also with your internal environment and some of the external environment, especially with the opportunities and trends. So we're going to use 2 analysis method, PESEL and SWOT analysis. Okay. For the conclusion, what I am expecting you for this part is just summarize, okay, the situation, okay, of the firm in relation with the PESEL and SWOT analysis, the general evaluation of the firm, okay, as a result of your analysis that will come to your conclusion. With your recommendation in this part is very important because you will be graded also. Um, you have to write or you have to suggest a business strategy, okay, based from your analysis and which is not included in the existing strategy that had been mentioned in company profile. Again, for the recommendation, I want you to write a suggested business strategy, your own business strategy, okay? Or you could get the other strategy of company if you think it is applicable to that company, okay? And so this business strategy might be Okay, from the disadvantages. How are you going to make the disadvantages, okay, of the firm to be their advantages? Okay, another suggestion for business strategy is how are you going to make the weakness strength. How are you going to exploit the opportunities to become strength of the company? And how are you going to anticipate threats as an opportunity for your company? So this recommendation is pertaining to your suggested business strategy. Next, let's move on to the case study topic. If you could see here, I only have 5 groups. Okay, my apology if I wasn't able to update the topic that you had sent me. So please, if you could see your names without the topic, please let me know your topic so that I could update this, because some of the students are sending a lot of emails to me and I could not view all of them. So please update me about your topic and who will be your group mates. Okay. And next is for the criteria of evaluation. Again, as I had mentioned, you will be divided into four groups. The first group will be the presenter. The second group will be the panel. What are you going to do? The panel is going to directly assess the presentation of the presenter. Okay, so you could see here the different criteria and the panel comments form. So you need to make some positive or constructive observation with the presenter. You need also to write your suggestion. When in regards with your suggestion, you have to write here in general perspective, the manner of speaking, the usage of the PowerPoint, the text, the picture, the sounds, and etc. Okay? And lastly, you have to suggest a particular business strategy that is not being mentioned by the reporters, or this will be your input. Okay? Your own business strategy that you think that is applicable to the presented case study. So this will be the criteria for evaluation for panel. Okay? Okay. Criteria for evaluation for critics on this side. Okay? So what you are going to do is to evaluate, okay, to evaluate the panel way of asking question to the presenter. It means that you are going to evaluate the panel, not the presenter. You are going to use this criteria. How are we going to do this? Okay, so since we are doing online, the presentation will be done through Zoom meeting. So so what we are going to do is the live streaming of the presentation. That's why it's a very important that you attend. Okay, if you are assigned to be the critics for Thursday, you are required to attend the Zoom meeting. And the panel also, you are required to attend the Zoom meeting as scheduled, okay, for the case study presentation. We are going to make some adjustment with the presentation. Okay, again, okay, how are you going to criticize the panel? Okay, our first schedule will be on April 20. Okay, this is Monday. Okay, this is Monday. We're going to try this for the first time. Okay, on April 20, the group 1 will present their case study, and then I'm going to send who will be the panel. Okay, and who will be the critics. Okay, and who will be the case study evaluator. Okay, and after that, We are going to meet on Monday and we are all going to listen for the presentation of Group 1. Okay? As much as possible, the Group 1 should submit a video presentation ahead of time. Okay, this could be a sort of your practice as well. Okay, so that we could send it to the evaluator or the panel. We could send it to them so that they could watch it in advance. And then during the Zoom meeting, okay, you are going to present it. Okay, live. You only have around 15 minutes or 20 minutes to do the presentation, and then 5 minutes question and answer, okay, to be done by the panel. And the critics, you are going to evaluate how the panel asked question to the presenter. How about the evaluator, professor? The evaluator, you are just going to concentrate on the case study. Okay, that's why it is important that the group 1 should submit the case study prior to the day of presentation so that they could be able to evaluate your paper. Again, panel is the only right to ask questions to the presenter. Critics, you are just going to evaluate the panel manner of questioning. And for the case study evaluator, you are just going to concentrate if the Pearson analysis is correct, if the SWOT analysis is correct. Take note, strength and weakness, it is related to internal forces. So the indicators that must be written in strength and weakness should be only the forces inside the company. For the opportunities and threats, okay, it covers the external environment. Professor, why do we need to use two? Okay, because for the PESEL analysis, it will cover the advantage and disadvantage of your company. Okay, but for SWOT analysis, it is only related with the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So it's kind of general. That's why I still want to use PESEL analysis, okay, for you to be able to cover the other environment. Professor, why not financial ratio and dashboard? Okay, it kind of broad. It's complex, so it would give you, it will consume a lot of time. That's why we're just going to use some specific indicator of our performance or the performance indicator. Okay, so I hope that it is clear. You are divided into 4: presenter, panel, critics, and case study evaluator. Okay, so you are 28, and I'm going to divide you accordingly. So it will be rotational. So for April 20, your group might be the presenter and the other group will be the critic and the case evaluator. And the following week, okay, there will be another set of evaluator, there will be another set of panel, and there will be another set of critics. So you are all be given a chance to become a evaluator, critics, panel, and presenter. But remember, okay, the most important aspect of this evaluation is your suggested business strategy. You are all required to write a business strategy that is not mentioned in the topic. That's why I already posted the company or the case study title wherein you could search in advance because you are going to submit to me the evaluation sheet and I'm going to give grades, okay, to the business strategy that you are going to suggest. Okay, so I hope that my instruction is clear. Okay, and next is, okay, that's all. Okay, so if you have any further question about the case study presentation, just send me a message, okay? You have to prepare two. One is the PowerPoint video presentation, and secondly, you have to send me the case study hard copy, the complete format or the Word file format of the case study that you are going to present. I already attached the format, the evaluation, the instructions of the case study in your in CTL, and I hope you are going to take time to read it, and if there's any further clarification, please send me again a message. Okay, so that's for today, and thank you for listening. This is your professor, Dr. Christine Joy Simpao.